Hello, Chris Victor here again. Great to have you here. Now, something I'd like to do a little bit different. This is a bit of a different format. This isn't taking you through an instructional video of showing you how to do something. I thought I'd actually have a little bit of a chat about what Moodle is actually about. Now, for those using Moodle, it is a learning management system, but what does it stand for and what is the point of it? Why is it so popular, or is it so popular? And what can you do with it that makes it actually a really, really useful and practical platform? First of all, the word Moodle actually stands for Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. That's what it stands for. And the important part that I think you should really take note of is the very first word, modular. And with Moodle, it allows you to do so much in terms of all these plugins and all these extra bits and pieces, and the way it's been programmed from scratch has been to be modular. So that's why there are so many different plugins and extras and things that you can do, and themes and templates and all these different things that you can use to try and make the platform better. But I want to go a little bit further than that and see what we can actually do beyond just the process of, finding plugins or finding something exciting or interesting to add to Moodle that might be useful for students and for teachers as well, and for Moodle admin. I'm not going to go through what the plugins are or anything like that. But let's just go a little bit further and look a bit more about Moodle. Now, it's been around since 2002. It is actually created in Australia originally, and it's now over 2 decades old, which is not a bad effort for a platform to be lasting that long. And statistically, 146,000 registered Moodle sites across 236 countries, which is pretty cool. 521.5 million registered users worldwide. 57 million courses created, 12.8 billion quiz questions answered, which is a crazy number as well. So top countries are Spain, United States, Germany, Mexico, and Brazil, which is really, really interesting, considering that it is originally created and still supported and developed in Australia. So market position, Moodle holds roughly 15% of the learning management system category, which is still not too bad. It still remains the highest in higher education, government, and non-profit across training across the world. So jumping back to what Moodle actually stands for, and this whole idea of it being modular, if we have a look at the plugins directory, which you've seen, there's like nearly 2,500, I think, open source plugins that you can access. And that's all really exciting. That's really cool. But the part that I think is probably the most beneficial about the Moodle LMS or the whole platform is that it's not limited to just those plugins that you can find. Now, what you can do, and this is a little bit of a secret, and you can certainly try this out for yourself if you're at all interested in creating your own plugin that does your own thing that you want it to do. For example, let's say that you decide you don't like the theme or the themes that come with Moodle. You can actually create your own custom child theme. And when I say you can create it yourself, well, if you're not a coder, well, we now have AI, don't we? Now, it's not the complete solution, because I think if you create anything with AI using vibe coding, which is what they call it when you just use text descriptions to create code, you can do it that way. Once you've tested it on a test server, set up a Moodle test server, run all that as tests, then you can go and get a professional programmer to go through and actually finish off all the important parts, like security is one of them. Optimizing the code, making sure that it doesn't damage anything else in the Moodle platform, and also being very careful about the database and how the Moodle database works, because obviously you don't want to do damage to everything else. But it is possible to do all of that. And I think that's one of the exciting things that people forget about when they look at the Moodle platform. They think it's limited only to those, 2,500 plugins that you can get. And from my experience, often you'll open one of those plugins and go, well, that's cool. It sort of does what I want, but not quite. Jump in and have a go at vibe coding. See if you can create your own plugin, and then you can test that and see if it's going to work and do what you want. Then again, hand it to a developer after that. So just as an example, or a really simple example, I'll show you with my version of Moodle, I've created a child theme that replaces the main overall homepage and the look of the homepage. I want it to be a little bit different. One of the things I wanted was to have my courses browsable. So you can click on course information, and it will then show some information about the course, an intro video, some more information there. that I decide is important, something that you should know about the course. And then you can go in and enroll in the course as well. So that's a separate little plugin that I created just to sit over the existing theme. So it's sort of similar to the original Boost theme, but it just has these extra little bits here. So a good one is the Moodle for Teachers and Course Creators. Again, some information about the course and what it's about. Some of the people's comments and things about it that have done the course as well. All of that is a custom component that was dropped in on top of that. And again, to create that, it was originally vibe coded. Then I went back in and checked everything and made sure it did what I would want to be able to release it publicly. But also I have a quote form, and this is a separate plugin called Local Plugin. And what it does is allows you to register for a quote. And once you've registered for a quote, and I'll just log in, you go to quote form, and this is all a custom created product as well, or a plugin that allows you to select which courses you want, a course group, number of users. You may want to get 20 licenses. Then it can send off an invoice, it will send off a quote, which will then go to your team or to your organization. You can then put that through, get a purchase order number, get it all approved, and then we'll send out the invoice for it and enroll all of your students in there. So that's just another simple little plugin that can be created. And there is so many things that you can do that are really exciting. One of the other ones that I thought was really cool, I haven't got a demo on this server for you, but for example, if you have a course like Adobe Illustrator for web developers is fine, a course like this, and in the course you may have a quiz at the bottom, and at the end of the quiz you may want students to actually sign for it. And we created a little plugin as well for quizzes where you can have the last question, or any question actually, as a signature where they can sign. And that way, when they've completed the quiz, they sign it off with a written signature and save it in there. And then that's ready for approval to say, yes, I completed the quiz. All of this work is mine. It was just a little extra plugin that we built. And there's so many other ones you can build. It's completely up to your imagination, which is one of the beauties of why the Moodle platform is actually really clever. And the last thing I'll mention is creating your own plugins for reporting. Now, if you're you have a large organization and you need access to certain reports that are just not available, there's a few options to get those reports, but creating a completely custom report or plugin that creates those reports, again, you can start off just by vibe coding and trying it out. Just a little hint, install a test server on your local computer before you do that, so that then Claude or whatever AI programming you're using has somewhere to go. So there's a little bit more to it than just that, but I really wanted to just give you an introduction and explain why the platform is really useful, why it's so practical, and there is just an endless amount of things you can do with it. It's whatever your imagination can think about. You can then go and try it and give it a test run, see if it will work, and hopefully make your LMS platform, or at least your Moodle platform, a lot more personalized and useful to just you and to your organization. So I'm Chris Richter again. I hope that's been really helpful to you. Please comment, let me know what you think, and I'd love to hear of any ideas or plugins you may have created, because it really is an exciting area to be in at the moment, especially with AI, where it can help us out quite a bit.